I do, everybody. We're gonna get back to working on lil'Red Dodge D50. The brakes are so-so. It's got drum brakes in the rear, and I have a feeling that I'm probably going to be the first one in a very long time to even look at them. So we're going to pull it apart, see how they look, and probably replace the drums and at least the shoes. Here we go. The farmer in.
Liddell.
The farmer in.
Liddell.
Hi-ho, da dirty do, the farmer in.
Liddell.
Gonna get a hammer. These have been on here for so long, I'm probably gonna have to thread. It looks like there's threads in there, so I can just run a bolt in there and pull them out. We'll try this first. All right, now I gotta go find the right size bolt. This could be fun. Okay, I got into my old harmonic balancer puller, generic, you know, every part store has one. Found the right bolts, and one of the greatest wrenches ever made, 13 millimeter, because this thing is actually a Mitsubishi, not really a Dodge, but that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, you heard that big old pop. We'll just start one side and then the other. You don't want to go too much on one side or you'll put it in a bind. But just a lack of that, we'll keep walking it off. What I'm guessing is there's going to be a ridge on the inside, and so it's hanging up on the brake shoes. Okay, well, not too bad. Before I bend one of these, let's take them out. Honestly, there's a decent amount of pads left too. I'll leave those out for the other side. But anyway, you can see there's really nothing on it. No ridge, which makes me wonder if these aren't replaced. Okay, so maximum diameter is 2,560 millimeters. I don't know if my calipers go out that big. Let's find out. All right, after digging around, I realized my calipers are at work in my toolbox there. So there's a decent amount of brake shoe left on these. I mean, over 1/8 of an inch. I'm not sure what they look like new. Sometimes they're as much as 1/4 of an inch thick, but anyway, with there not being anything on this, I'm kind of thinking, based on the fact that I can still see the color of those springs, those are red, that's blue, blah, blah, blah. These have been dealt with before we got a hold of this thing. So I know the last person to really work on it was my dad when it was still at his shop. So maybe I'll give him a call and find out if he did the brakes, if he remembers, because that was a hot minute ago. But anyway, I guess the next thing to do is pull the other side apart and see where they're at. Another thing you can look at is the adjustment. When you back up and stomp on the brakes, this arm right here rotates in. It does like that kind of. Now I've dislodged everything. I'm gonna have to get in there, but anyway, it does this little wheel right here. Oh, good grief! Now I've done it. I gotta get it. There we go, inside there. Anyway, it ratchets this little wheel right here that slowly expands the brakes out. So another thing I can do is put this all back together, and I believe on the back side, one of these, there it is. There's a little rubber plug that you can ratchet this star, and it'll expand the brakes out some. So if I was to put this back on, yeah, just that easy until you're watching it on video. There we go. Now I'm going against the other side because of the third member, but I can hear it dragging a little bit against it. So maybe I'm gonna have to look into something else, but we'll go look at the other side and see what it looks like. All right, and again, we thread these bolts in. Oh, and by the way, I lied earlier. It's 256 millimeters, 0.0, not 2000. That would be like, yeah. This is essentially 25.5 centimeters on the inside. So if it was 2000, it would be like, it'd be 25 centimeters. So it'd be, I don't know, like 10, 12 inches if it's 256. But move that decimal place one more. Yeah. Be 256 centimeters if it was 2000. You get the idea. Don't ever math on video. It's a bad deal. Okay. This one looks a little more suspect, I guess you could say. Well, let's take a closer look. Okay, as you can see, there's an okay amount. I mean, that's size reference, 13 millimeter inch. You know, I mean, there's 1/8 of an inch. But if you look, get a better angle here. If you look right there, and then you look down, yeah, they're not that different, I guess. But this side, oh, come on, camera, focus. This side here is a little bit darker. I don't know. I'm trying to see if, I mean, the spring is okay. You know, it's not coated in anything. It's, if you look down inside, there's some darker dust and such, but it doesn't appear that the slave cylinder is leaking. That's about the same amount of threads. Gosh, you can't really, it won't focus. Right in here though, down in there, the threads that are there are about the same on the other side. I'm sorry, no wonder it won't focus, because the threads are on this side, dummy. Anyway, jeez. I don't know. Poke around a little bit more, see if we can't figure out why it stops so slow. Other than the fact that it's just drum brakes and I'm used to driving something that's got 4-wheel disc brakes. Maybe that's it. Maybe we'll just bleed them real good. All right, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this. I know what it is. I'm not exactly sure on how the workings of it, but basically, when you stomp on the brakes, the back end of whatever gets light. So as this comes down with the rear end, I believe it pulls this in and compensates by releasing some of the pressure against the rear wheel. So I've got my main brake line coming in. Oh, gosh, I can't really see what's going on very well up in here, but one comes in, another comes back out, but then it comes down here to the wheel cylinder. One comes in, the other goes out, goes across over the top, and then over to that side. And it just has the one. So that's your brake line coming in, and then that nipple on top is to bleed it. So, you know, obviously you start at the furthest point, you work your way back and such. But that guy up there is starting to make me a little concerned with the fact that this is, I'm not sure. I got to figure out how this works, what compresses where, blah, blah, blah. Maybe do some research. This part right here may be what's causing me not to have a whole lot of pressure, because it's just kind of loose and floppy right now. I'm thinking I think it pivots up here and then compresses the cylinder here. I'm not sure what this screw's all about, but yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to read up on that little dude. Sorry about the bad video, and I'm holding the camera with one hand and moving things about with the other. So anyway, that might be the problem. Okay, pump the brakes 3 times and then hold them down. All right, I'm gonna let the pressure off. That worked. All right, pump them up again 3 times. Push down real hard and hold it. All right, pump them up again. All right. Well, does the pedal feel any different at all?
Not really.
Okay. Well, we're getting good fluid, so I don't think that there was any air in the lines. Just because I'm curious, I'm going to move over to that proportioning valve thing. And I got to get the little, and it's gone. Little rubber nipple cover thinking junior. All right, pump it 3 times and hold. Got it?
Yep.
Oh, it's tight. Oh, yeah. All right, pump it 3 times. All right, it helps if you loosen it instead of tighten it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it works better that way. All right, well, I don't know if this load sensing thing is working or not. I can't really tell.
Do you want me to let go of the brake pedal?
Yeah, you can let go of the brake pedal. I have no way of knowing if the plunger is going anywhere or not. It kind of feels to me like I just have full-time brakes in the back anyway, but all right, I'm going to try and adjust this one up a little bit. Hey guys, it is a new day. Well, we got the brakes let out in the rear. It's weird. It's got like this jumper line that goes from one rear drum to the other, but that's kind of weird to me anyway. And we got that proportioning valve thing kind of done. It's all bled. The brake pedal feels better, but with my work schedule, I get home pretty late at night and I don't want to be out there running this thing down the road and then stomping on the brakes to see if the rear end will lock up or whatever. So the brakes just, they feel odd to me, but I think that's partly because I'm used to driving 4-wheel disc brakes. And now I'm in a little pickup that's old and has drum brakes. But anyway, that is what it is. So I wouldn't really call this an instructional video. It's just kind of part of the things we got going on. If you like it, hit the like button, or down there, or subscribe, or if you got a comment, you just want to chat, whatever, jump on there, leave a comment, give me an idea what to look for. Anyway, appreciate you guys taking the time to watch our videos, follow along as we do our thing out here on the ranch, trying to get our little farmstead, homestead, whatever you want to call it, going. Like I said, appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Helps us out a little bit. Go ahead and subscribe. It's free. And like it, share it with somebody that's got one of these crazy little pickups. Anyway, Hope you have a great day. God bless.